we built a sweat lodge with some mud. That was fun. I mud slung. And let's see. Oh, we leveled some ground, but it was really nice. I learned a lot. Oh, the sweat lodge that we had participated in was really cool, and we all laid around naked. And I never thought I'd do that, but really, I was really comfortable, and everybody was very comfortable, and it kind of just like put us in a situation where you know that people have been there before, and now it's just so weird to think about. Everywhere's closed, but it really beautified everyone, and it just felt beautiful. I felt beautiful. Everybody felt beautiful, and that was probably the most amazing experience. Okay, we climbed this rock. It was really dangerous, and I kind of like felt guilty about it because I thought I was going to die a little, but everybody was really supportive in the whole me being afraid thing, and I climbed it. It was really, really high, and it was very scary. But we were on top, and I could see everything, and it was probably like 2 or 3 stories high. And God, I just really liked that I did it. And then he helped me over there. Do you want to? Can you swing over there?
I was part of that.
Andy helped.
Yeah, I was
gave
part
me a
of
hand, and then coached me how to climb down. Because it was scary. I'm really glad I did it. I feel very brave.
I think one of the main things that has happened out here is like the loss of the sense of time. So I don't even remember like what day it is necessarily, or what happened what day. I think when we're outside, which we are most of the time, but when we're outside hiking, we're together, but I feel more alone, which I prefer to feel like I'm alone, or like I have some sense of solitude, and I'm able to reflect on what's going on. I also really liked the sweat lodge, actually. I wasn't too nervous about it. I just didn't know what to expect, and I was less nervous about like being naked and doing this new thing than I was about doing something wrong and messing up the ceremony. But that went well, and I think that was a highlight of the trip. And I think it had, although the sweat lodging concept is powerful, I think that the reason why I enjoyed it was because of the group of girls that were out there and how we connected and how just the feeling that it was, like going through this strange experience that left us physically and emotionally vulnerable. The sense of community that has developed is really powerful, and that's one of the best parts of this experience so far for me. I think the rides between locations, like back and forth, are really neat. Like that's lag time, that's just in transition, but those stand out to me because of just some of the things we say and how we've all connected. And we've sort of crossed all personal boundaries.
We had this powerful talking circle. I think it was the 50th year here, and there was about 6 people who really opened up about their family and their struggles, and that led to a discussion about circles. And so Gordon and I and others talked about it, and it really strengthened me and my understanding what the circle is. The circle is for listening, and we as human beings need to listen. It's so powerful, dramatic, connecting stories that are revealed in circles. My understanding and my appreciation for the circle has been deepened, but my understanding of how much people resist it has also been increased.
I've been really happy about like the big unit we've all created, and we've been doing a lot of things together, like building things for people that seem like they're actually things that will make a difference in these people's lives or more people's lives. Like the sweat lodge, which I think will be used for several years. The Navajo people that Bill has introduced us to, who've told us a lot of stories about origins and traditions, has been really enlightening. Just like a whole different world that I didn't really know existed. Like I knew there were Navajo people, but I didn't really know what they believed. And it's just, their traditions are beautiful. And it would be really cool to take a lot of that back with me. There's one day where we were at Black Mesa, and we just had some downtime, so we decided to go exploring. And the boys showed us these giant rocks they've been working on climbing on for like the 2 days we were there. Once we got there, it was close to sunset, so it was really beautiful. Like, everybody tried to climb it. Some people failed and decided not to go all the way to the top, but some people, like Andrew P. and Andrew, my brother, and like those boys and Sammy, they all went to the top, and they just like thought it was so beautiful, and it was so great seeing them up there. That's something I hope I never forget, because we were just like new friends together, exploring what's out there and like finding a challenge and like, rising to it. It's really cool. And like they were trusting each other to like lift each other up high enough to get a grip on this rock.
I've been experiencing confusion. I don't know. I think that's maybe the point, I guess. Putting you out of your comfort zone, making confusion for you. I just graduated a couple months ago. Sort of made me even more confused, I think, about whether or not I know what I want to do or where I want to go, or whether I just want to change my mind altogether. It's hard to talk about the whole trip when we just kind of talk in a circle, and that's all I can think about. The thing that impacts me the most from that is just that you can't know what's going on with someone until they tell you. It's just, and they don't know sometimes. And that's so hard. That's just a hard idea for someone in the social work to think that unless someone wants you to help them, that you never can. I never thought I would get this close with these people. Even though I felt like I got close with some of the people on the Bronx trip, this is just ridiculous. These people are like these girls are like my sisters. Closer than my sisters. I never talked to my sisters about all this stuff, just from being... And we're just, so close physically. We're so close to each other, and we have no physical boundaries anymore. And we have, spilled our guts about all kinds of stuff that I don't really talk to anyone about. Just being in the van together, that's like our favorite time. All of us have said that. Man, I love the van rides. You think this is a long drive? I hope this is like a 5-hour drive. Because we just love hanging out and just, I don't know. The talks that you get into when there's no distractions, which is what happens in a car, are really interesting.
I think this experience is valuable precisely because it points to what is missing in our lives, which is just community. Crawling out of the sweat lodge, naked, covered in mud, just really feeling, and I know that the mythic structure of the Navajo has those sweat lodges like a womb, and it is this process of purification and rebirth, but it really felt like that. It really did feel like that. It felt like I was just being kind of pushed out into the world in the way that I came into it originally, and just in a completely new form. Being naked with people I don't know was just kind of, on one level, utterly ordinary, and on another level, kind of utterly profound. But also, I think riding around in the van with people has been great. It's just been this weird kind of almost mythic kind of journey that we've been on, just driving around all over the rad, going to all these weird places and not really knowing why we're going there or what's going to happen when we get there, how long we're going to be there. Has been really kind of a miraculous